Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Big Akar Ahmed, and welcome to today's video. Today, we're going to be going ahead and talking about Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev is a Russian fighter who is a wrestler who fights in the UFC. He is Muslim, and he is one of the biggest fighters in the UFC, one of the biggest faces and names currently in the UFC. The UFC is a fighting organization. It is a sport for mixed martial artists. This allows a boxer and a wrestler to fight, or someone who, focuses in jiu-jitsu to fight a wrestler, or a wrestler, and vice versa. It allows all different types of fighting styles. Use your legs, arms, elbows, knees, or whatever fighting style you please to go ahead and, fight each other. And this makes the sport very, very unique to any other fighting style or any other fighting sport. As you watch wrestling, it's wrestlers fighting wrestlers. As you watch boxing, it's boxers fighting boxers with their hands. Where this is an all-out battle war, right? Now, Islam Makhachev, he went ahead and posted something very controversial to Instagram. He posted something that caught the attention to a lot of Muslims, Shia Muslims to be exact. He posted a picture that had a nasheed. A nasheed is like a religious song or religious chant. And a lot of people go ahead and disagree on is the nasheed halal or haram. We won't get too much into that. But he went ahead and put this nasheed in the back of his photo. And this nasheed is something that the terror groups in the Middle East go ahead and use when they go out and commit their terror attacks. It's like a war chant that they go ahead and chant before they go and kill people, right? And specific people that this nasheed, this song is calling out in the background of this video. Now, to be fair, Islam doesn't know English and Arabic very, very well. He's Russian. So, I don't personally believe he even knew what was happening, right? He even knew what he was posting, even knew what it was saying, okay? And it's very important to understand when you have 8 million followers, what is this saying? What am I posting? And this is something that caused him a lot of controversy about a week or two ago and caused a lot of Shia Muslims to come into his comment section and correct him and to call him out and unfollow him and just really give him a judgment, because this is extreme. And we're going to go ahead and check it out now. But this is quite extreme on what the song says in the background.
قاتلوها الروافض كل عياب وخايب رجال عروسهم نغزيهم المشركين ما رجال.
Okay, let's go ahead and go back over that. I hope I don't get copyright striked for this. I don't know who can copyright claim this, but this is wild. All right. So he went ahead and posted a picture, him and his boys at, in Medina, in Saudi Arabia, one of the holy cities of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Amazing. Great. Alhamdulillah. Now, the issue is the nasheed, or the sound that is playing in the background of his post, which literally says, "Go forth, O lions of Deen. Kill the Rafida," right? The Rafida is a Shia Muslim, okay? And this is a term that is used to go ahead and segregate us and call us different, essentially, right? A Rafida is someone who denies the caliphship of the first three caliphs, of Abu Bakr, Umar, and Uthman. And these are the Shia people. The Shia people, they believe that the Imam Ali alayhi salam, the cousin of the Prophet, the first Imam, should have been the caliph or the leader over the Muslim world after the Prophet went ahead and passed away, as he was the most rightful one to go ahead and take leadership. Now, the Sunni Muslims don't believe that. The Sunni Muslims believe that Abu Bakr was the rightful one, and then Umar, and then Uthman, and then Ali, who was the fourth caliph. Now, this word is thrown around online like water, okay? This word, instead of just calling a Shia, right? Instead of, hey, the Shias, they're wrong. They will say the Rafidas are wrong. They're upon the wrong path. The Rafida, the Rafida, the Rafida, the Rafida. This is a word that is used as a derogatory term towards the Shia Muslims to go ahead and segregate us and to basically call us non-Muslims, to call us upon the disbelief, okay? So this song says, go forth, O lions of the deen, kill the Rafidas or kill the Shia, right? Every criticizer and failure. So don't just kill the Shia, kill anyone that criticizes you and kill anyone that is a failure. We tear off their head. We attack the idolaters. We are the men of the Sunnah. So this is a chant that goes ahead and calls for the beheading of Shias, anyone that disagrees with them, idolaters, because we are the men of the Sunnah. This is insanity. This is as extreme as it gets. This is like full out terrorism, ISIS level chanting. Okay? Now, I don't believe that he meant to go ahead and post it with this sound. I believe he chose the sound. Yes. I believe he's a grown man. Yes. I believe he has 8 million followers and he should have been very careful about what he was posting. Yes. Do I believe he knew what it was saying and posted it on purpose because of what it says? Not at all. Not at all. I don't believe so. I think 100% this guy has no clue what that nasheed says. That song says in the background. He has no clue what it says. He doesn't understand Arabic and English very well. To know anything of this sort, to know what he was doing. He just went to nasheeds. He went to these religious songs. He picked the one that sounded good, that had a good rhythm, and he chose that and he put it in the back of his picture. Now, does that make it acceptable? No. He got the Shia army on his head, right? He got hundreds and thousands and thousands of commenters come in and call him out for it and unfollow him. And he deleted the post after a couple hours. He had the post deleted because he probably realized what he did. And he was like, oops, I didn't mean to do this. Let's take this down. Now, if he meant to do it, you would think he would keep it up. If he meant to go ahead and call out, all Shia and call for the beheading of them and anyone else that disagrees with him and the idolaters and have them, killed because he is a man of the Sunnah, you would think he'd keep it up. Like, why post something to share how you feel and then take it down, right? He obviously did not mean to post this. Now, if this is how he actually believes or not, I don't know, man. We go ahead and watch him because he's a fighter, because he's a good fighter. If you watch him because he's Muslim, you just want to support a Muslim guy, then you're probably, in your Shia, you're probably not going to watch him anymore. You're probably not going to follow him on Instagram anymore. I mean, you can watch anyone else, right? But if you just watch the sport to watch the sport, like, I don't think this affects it in any way, shape, or form, right? And this is coming from a Shia Muslim. This is coming from someone that he literally just called for the beheading of. Now, I really don't believe that this was on purpose. And this right here, guys, is Islam Makhachev. This is what he looks like. This is who he is. He's 26-1. That is his record. So 26 wins, 1 loss. His trainer is Khabib. And Khabib is one of the greatest UFC champions of all time, if not the greatest. He is 29-0, undefeated mixed martial artist. And Khabib is one of the most respected and respectful people to ever grace the sport of the UFC. And I find this very interesting because he comes from a really great camp. He comes from a really great place. He's Muslim. He has never disrespected anyone before. He's never showed signs of extremism or anything of this nature. And I just don't see this as being purposeful. Like I said before, and I'm going to say it one more time. He went on Instagram. He posted his picture of him and his boys in Medina. And he went ahead and picked a religious song. He picked the wrong one that was calling for the beheading of hundreds of millions of people. And after he noticed what he'd done through his comments and through his engagement, he deleted it. He got rid of it. And I think that it's very important, guys, that when we see things online, that we don't just take everything so fast and judge everything so fast and judge someone so fast and unfollow so fast. A lot of the times it's important to educate people, right? To go ahead and see their intention out, right? Because most people don't have an ill intention when they do things. They don't just run around doing things with ill intention. Like, everyone's not on their villain arc. Everyone's not, like, trying to become, a mega villain and, fight the world. That's not the case, especially when you have 8 million followers on Instagram, when you're a part of a professional organization. I think the last thing you need to be doing is calling for the beheading of hundreds of millions of people, right? I don't think that is the smartest thing to do, or that's something that he would intentionally want to do. So be very just easy when you see things like this. Don't just take it with a grain of salt. Calm down and don't just go into full-fledged attacking someone. Yes, he did it. Yes, he's a grown man. Yes, he should be responsible for his actions. Yes, he should know what he's doing. But did he? Right? Did he understand what he posted? Did he understand what this song said or what this song was? Does he understand it when he posted it? Or did it take context and people explaining to him, like, hey, take this down. It's calling for the beheading of hundreds of millions of people. This is a chant that terrorist groups in the Middle East use when they go out to kill people. And this is something that is very controversial. This is something that each individual person is going to have their own view on. But I personally don't believe he posted this on purpose. I personally don't believe that he has this mindset. It may be, because I don't believe in coincidences. Maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God Almighty, put that one in front of him because that's how he actually believes, right? And God wanted to give a sneak peek and show people this is how he believes, Or he accidentally did it, right? And he learned something new today. Everything does happen for a reason, but that does not mean that this is how this man believes, that he's some type of, extremist, terrorist that believes this way or acts this way. But the way that it came across, him in Medina just posting kill all believers and kill all the Rafida, the Shia, and kill all the non-believers and people who don't believe what you believe. That's crazy stuff. That is super extremism, and I'm happy he deleted it. I'm happy that he went ahead and tried to correct what happened here. And just be very careful, guys. If you're Shia, if you're whoever, and you are offended by this, just take it with a grain of salt. Just wait and watch and see what happens. Don't just think that this guy is a super extremist and he hates you because he posted this. This might have been a very, very big misconception. Most Shia Muslims that don't understand Arabic would post the same thing. They go out and look for something oh, this sounds good, and they post it. This isn't something that someone who understands Arabic, just posts blatantly, unless they're trying to get a rise out of someone and they caption it like, we hate the Rafida, we hate, Shias. This is something that obviously he just chose because he liked the sound of, and I don't want anyone to play into it too much, right? And we got to be very, very careful when it comes to online, because online is a very deceptive state. It's a place where we build our own narratives and we start a hateful, ideology against each other, and we segregate from each other and we hate each other when we should be coming together. I don't care if you're Muslim. I don't care if you're Christian. I don't care if you're Jewish. Please have logical, educational, academic discussions with one another and understand each other's intention before completely just slaughtering each other with words and completely segregating each other and thinking hateful of one another. It's very important to understand the context and the intuition of the individual and the attention of the individual before slandering them, before hating them, because all you're doing is building up a wall, and the more and more you build up a wall, the more you're going to build a hateful persona in each other, right? Where people aren't going to have tolerance for each other anymore. And that's not okay. We need to have tolerance for each other, because without tolerance, without going ahead and speaking to one another about things, then there's an issue. Now, if someone takes action against you, that's a different story. Why would you be tolerable to someone who's trying to kill you? If someone's trying to kill you, you're going to try to kill them. If someone's trying to hurt you, you're going to try to hurt them. And this is when you don't have tolerance, right? But when you're just having a conversation or you see something without context, it's very important to just give it a second, be patient, understand what's happening, figure it out, educate the person that might be ignorant towards it. And then if that doesn't work, then you know their intention. Then you know what they feel. Then you know what they're saying. But in this scenario right here with Islam, he posted this post. He got a lot of flack for it. He took it down. I personally don't believe he knew what he was posting. I personally don't believe he understood what he was posting. And don't take it so hard on him. Just educate him. Keep him in the loop. And if he shows a pattern of this type of activity, then you know it was on purpose. Then you know how he thinks. But until that happens, please be very, very wary on judging our Muslim brothers and sisters and thinking like he just wants to go out and behead everyone, because I don't think that is the case here, and I don't think that he chose this on purpose. Thank you guys so much for coming out today. Thank you so much for going ahead and checking out the video. And as always, free our brothers and sisters in Palestine. Free Palestine, baby.